Hello my friends, hello again. So, a subscriber asked me if I could make a video about American urban legends in advanced English. That's what I'm going to do today. Jonathan, this video is for you. Today, we are going to talk about one of my favorite urban legends from a state called Kentucky. And an interesting fact, the state Kentucky is right below my state where I live, Indiana. So this place is actually pretty close to me. I could drive there in a few hours. Maybe one day I will. Today we're going to talk about the Hopkinsville goblins. Are you ready? I'm going to tell you guys about a crazy urban legend about some creatures that are called the Hopkinsville goblins. And this is supposedly a true story, okay? The family that this happened to, they said that this really happened. This actually happened. They called the police. They made reports, okay? This is supposedly, according to several witnesses from this family, a real event that happened. And I am going to tell you guys this urban legend in the form of a story. A story filled with advanced vocabulary. So, this is going to be a challenge for you guys. I challenge you to try your best to understand what I'm saying. It does not matter if you understand every word that comes out of my mouth. Just try your best to follow the story, to follow what I'm saying, and I guarantee you will learn a lot of new words. Here we go. Moons embrace, shadows flicker, goblins whisper, night grows thicker. Beneath Kentucky's moonlit guise, the goblins dance with haunting eyes. Claws that scratch, jaws that bite, goblins' presence, a spectral fright. That was for you guys who like poetry. Now, let's get to the story. In the small and quiet city of Hopkinsville, Kentucky, in the year of 1955, a small farmhouse nestled in the outskirts of the town became the unlikely scene of an otherworldly encounter. On this fateful night, the Sutton family gathered for an evening spent with loved ones, unaware that their lives were about to be turned upside down. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a strange glow began to light up the sky. Unnaturally bright lights lit up the heavens. The atmosphere shifted from one of happiness and joy to one of fear, anxiety, and apprehension. The family went outside to investigate the lights and found themselves face to face with small, silver beings. These beings, soon to be known as the infamous Hopkinsville goblins, stood no taller than a child, but they possessed long arms and huge eyes. Their eyes seemed to pierce through the darkness. Panic seized the family as they ran towards their farmhouse. Their minds were struggling to comprehend what they had just seen, and in an attempt to protect themselves, they took up arms. Shots rang out into the night, the sounds of the firearms echoing into the forest landscape. But to their astonishment, the bullets had no effect on these silver-skinned creatures. The goblins moved with an unnatural agility, and they seemed impervious to pain. The family was gripped by a feeling of terror. The hours ticked by as the battle between the Sutton family and these otherworldly visitors waged on. The Suttons continued to shoot, the creatures continued to come. The eerie glow in the sky continued, casting an unsettling ambience over the farmhouse. And suddenly, as mysteriously as they had appeared, they vanished without a trace. The farmhouse fell into an uneasy silence, with the witnesses left to grapple with the aftermath of an encounter that defied all reason. The Suttons were forever changed by that surreal night, having become unwilling participants in what would one day become legend. The Hopkinsville Goblin incident remains shrouded in mystery, leaving a lasting imprint on the town's history. As the years passed, the story became a subject of debate, speculation, and fascination, transcending the boundaries between reality and unknown. The farmhouse in Hopkinsville stood as a silent witness to a night when the ordinary was eclipsed by the extraordinary, and the goblins from beyond space and time etched their presence into local legend. Alright, my friends. What do you think about the Hopkinsville goblins? Do you think that it is possible that there are creatures like this that exist? Where do they come from? Do they come from outer space? Do they come from underground? Do they come from the oceans? Do they come from other dimensions? Or do they only exist in the darkest corners of our very own minds? ¿Qué sé yo? Gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.